My name is Minenhle Sibanda. So today I'm going to be talking about my journey as an entrepreneur, how I started and what I do. So a little backstory on how I came up with my business name is YEP22 Creations, right? And I crochet, and I'm planning on bringing beads and let me see what else. Yeah, beaded clothes and beaded jewelry and bags to the next. So watch out for that. So I learned how to crochet in grade 7. Do you have any grade 7s here?
No.
I don't have any grade 7s.
6.
6. You're grade 6? Grade 7. In grade 7? Okay. I learned how to crochet when I was your age. So in grade 7, I went to a primary school in Crosby. I don't know if you guys know Crosby, but I went to a primary school there, and I grew up being a netball girl, you know. I always used to play netball, you know, every day. I was always attending, you know, tournaments and whatnot. And then in grade 7, I went for the netball tryouts, and then when Ma'am was picking the A team, she didn't pick me. And then she picked B team and she put me in B team, and I was like, excuse me, are you serious? Did you just put me in B team? And she was like, yes. And I was like, no, it's not possible. I've been in A team ever since grade 2. You cannot put me on B. And then she's like, no, your performance, what. It broke my heart, guys, because you know B team are the bench. So when you're on bench, you don't play. And I was like, no way I'm going to sit on bench, me. I was like, no, I was once a captain, no way I'm going to sit on bench. Fine, you know what, I told that ma'am, I'm never coming back to this coach, you'll never see me, you'll see how you guys will win. And she's like, you can go. And I was like, I'll go. I went home, I cried for a week. I got over it. And then a teacher was like, if you guys want to knit and crochet, we were there during breaks. And I was like, what is knitting and crochet? I was like, let me try this, because there was nothing else to try out, because I was not going to go to the field. After that embarrassment, I was like, I never. Fine, I go to the hall, and then I had to pay 100 Rand for 2 balls of wool and a hook. And I was like, fine. I told my dad gave me the money. I got the wool and the hook. On the first days, I tried. I think I got the skill, and then after that I just, you know, went to high school, forgot about it, and then 2020 came, COVID, and I was like, wow, this is a great idea. I was scrolling through Instagram and TikTok, and I was like, wow, I saw someone making a dress out of wool and a hook, and I was like, if she can do it, so can I. So in 2021, that's when I opened YEP22 Creations. And I was asking for money, like, to my dad, my mom, and there's one of the founders, one of the financial banks for YEP22 Creations. He gave me a lot of my money when I started out. So if you ask your family, your uncles and aunties, they have money and they'll give it to you. So I got money, I started making clothes, and all of a sudden, in a space of a few months, I'm now able to make patterns in my head. And it's not impossible, anyone can do it. So with crochet, and it's not only for boys, because there's a very famous crocheter. He's a guy, he's a musician. He makes amazing clothes, and he's a boy. And mind you guys, he's not gay, he's a guy. He's a guy, and he makes amazing crochet things. So it's not just a girl sport. And there are people making 6 figures, there are people making 5 figures, and people making a lot of money from crochet, just wool and a hook. You understand? So if I can do it, then you guys can do it too, because there's nothing complicated. You just need to know how to do the stitches, you need to know how to count, and then voila, you're done. And if you can read, who can read here?
Oh,
you can read. Oh, okay. If you can read, then you can obviously read a pattern and follow it through. You understand? And when you crochet, there are different things. If you want to open a crochet business, there are different categories you can go into. You can go into shoes. There are people who crochet shoes. You can go into making hoodies and beanies and winter stuff, basically sweaters and blankets. But blankets are really expensive, and there are people who charge like 10,000 Rand for a blanket, and then she's like, she sold out. So you can do it too, and a blanket can take roughly a week. And then you can also go into bags. There's crochet. There are people who crochet bags only with different types of yarn. You can crochet with. You can also crochet just dresses or summer wear. And the benefit, if you want to like start crocheting somewhere like bikinis and shorts and stuff like that, you don't have to wait for summer. You can grow your market, and then, for example, America went into summer a month or two back, so you can sell to Americans while South Africans are going through winter, and then you can sell to people in London. You see, just like that. So you can sell summer throughout the whole year. You understand? So the other thing that you can go into is jewelry making with crochet. I'm not really a big fan, but that is also cute. There's also murals when people crochet like a whole curtain and stuff with SpongeBob's face or whatever. You understand? So there are a lot of things you can go to with crochet. It's not just scarves. It's just not beanies. You can definitely do a lot of things. You understand? So when you open a business, I think we've talked about this past 2 days. We've emphasized what you need to research. Just because it's working out for me doesn't mean it will work out for you because you want to like sell probably beanies or something. You need to think outside of the box. You understand? And also you have to be realistic. Before you start selling, you need to make sure you've mastered the art of working fast and being able to work with any pattern. Because sometimes a person will give you a picture, like someone gave me a picture and said, can you do this dress perhaps? And I was like, okay, sure, I can do that. So, I'm so sorry that I didn't prepare slides, but there was a famous dress going viral last year, and it was the Zara dress. It was from Zara. Zara, you know Zara, right? It's very expensive, right?
Yeah,
Zara is expensive, right? So Zara sold the dress for around 750 rand. And I was like, if Zara can make it, then I can also make it. I made the dress in a month because I was moving, so I would do it on my free time. So I made 55 squares. 55 squares and 2 cups. Did you guys see what Vivacious made yesterday? I made 2 of those and then I made 55 squares. I think 55, 53, something like that. And then I joined the squares. So if Zara sells it for 750, how much do I sell it? Because I'm the one who made it, right? I can charge more, you understand? So you need to, guys, can we please focus? Thank you. Because if you're getting off track, then I'm also getting off track. So one thing you also have to remember with crochet is that when you price crochet, this is the question I get a lot, especially from Vivacious, Almina and Bridget. They also crochet. They learned last year. I came and I taught them, and now they are good crocheters. They're having a hard time charging for their products, right? If you're going to be selling crochet items, you need to charge like 3 times, 4 times more because you are making this skill with your hands, You are not going to small street and buying it, hundreds of them, you understand? You are making it from scratch, so you need to value your time because time is important, right? Time is money, you understand? So you need to charge. You need to sit down with yourself and say, you know what, I made this and I'm going to charge it the way I want, you understand? You cannot charge like a dress, like let's say a dress, the one I made from Zara, you cannot sell it for 200 rand because the wool has maybe like 100 rand to stock up, so you're like, my profit is 100 rand. No. Whenever you're making handmade crafts, you need to put labor and you also need to put profit, and you also have to put like a certain amount for yourself, you understand? So for example, the Zara dress took me, let's say 22 hours to make, or 20 hours, right? If I'm compiling the hours together. And the minimum wage in South Africa is how much? How much is the minimum wage since you guys are in school and stuff? Probably 22 rand, right? So 22 times 22 is how much? Guys, don't you do maths?
444.
444. Are you sure?
22 times 22.
22 times 22.
444.
Okay.
Just now.
Everyone's saying 444, so I hope that's the answer. So 444, right? Plus, it took me 100 rand to make 100 rand of wool. So 100 plus 444 rand. That's 544. So it may sound like a lot of money, but Zara is selling it for 750. So you need to extra charge, you understand? So yeah, that's basically it about crochet, guys. It's not for women, it's for everyone, and you can make all sorts of things with it. Let me show you some famous artists. You can also make money by being a YouTube creator and a pattern writer. There are people who don't sell crocheted items. And a lot of people are saying, please crochet, please crochet, please crochet and sell your things. But they're like, no, I only write patterns and I only make videos, you understand? So you can monetize on a YouTube. Guys, you don't need money to start a YouTube channel. You can take a ball of wool and be like, I'm going to teach you how to chain today. And this is the basics with crochet. With crochet, to start off, you're going to start off by making a cross, right? Like this, right? And then you go under, and you go over, and you pull. That's the beginning, you understand? Even a grade 1 can do this. I was teaching like a girl from my street, and she's only like, I think grade 2 or 3, and she was doing it like so fast. You do like this, you do like this, you do like this. Okay, I'm doing with a little bit of speed, but then you also do this out. You see? So as you keep doing that, you're going to end up with a piece of clothing, something like an item, you understand? And then it eventually becomes a dress. And there's so many different things you guys can do with crochet. But I'm going to send my phone around and you're going to see the things that I've made and the inspiration that it came from. So while the phone is going around, can we have questions coming from people? Can we have questions coming from people? Yeah.
There's a question from
Yes.
Yazib.
Like, I want to ask, what happens if you are trying to sell and you add more profit into the and you charge more money? And if people don't want to buy that because it's charged more money, how do you resolve that?
I was actually struggling with that. Do you know what, ne? If you make your price, ne, and you have people questioning you about the price and whatever, they're not your target market. You need to say, if you can afford it, then you're not for me. And you continue looking for people who actually can afford your product, for example. So yeah.